The WWE is currently peaking at an all-time high right now, and we haven't seen this in probably close to 20 years. There's a lot of things that point to it. The on-screen product is amazing right now. The statistical numbers have been higher than they've ever been. Honestly, as close to the Attitude Era as you can get. And all of this is, if you ball all of that up, the WWE is hot right now. I mean, there's obviously an ad for it for WrestleMania 41.
WWE is on fire right now.
All-time high numbers for WrestleMania, for SummerSlams, just any PLE / pay-per-view. It is just such a great time to be a fan of WWE, but not only WWE, professional wrestling in itself. We saw a lot of great things happen this year. The Rock finally repositioning himself into the WWE as the final boss.
The Rock is the final boss.
So with all that being said, if you haven't watched the WWE in the last 15-20 years, or you've just never watched WWE, I'm here to tell you today that this is the best time to get into watching WWE. And there's a lot of stuff to unpack here, and I'm going to help you understand why this is the best time to watch WWE. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. Wait, hold on. I missed something. So before we do get into the video, make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also click the post notification bell down below to be updated to when I upload YouTube videos, because I'm going to try to upload probably 2 to 3 times a week. It's going to be more likely 2 times, but on the occasional weeks you might get 3 uploads. Go down to the link in the description and click on the Discord link. We have a community friendly server. It is Bad Takes, Better Conversations. It is a podcast that I do with 2 of my other co-hosts, Tommy BTBC and WrestleSpot. We do a podcast every Sunday night, talk about WWE, talk about pro wrestling in general. We let people from the chat come on up and give their takes on wrestling. And also, like I said, we do have a community friendly server. If you like to talk about wrestling, sports, or just anything in general, you can go ahead and join that server, and I promise you're gonna have a good time. Now, with all that being said, now we can get into the video. So like I said, the WWE is currently peaking at an all-time high, and honestly, there's a lot of things that point to this. For the last 15-20 years, there's been a fluctuation for the WWE, whether it's been super high or super low. And a lot of that has to do with the on-screen product. For some time, the WWE on-screen product, I would say probably for 10 years, wasn't really all that good, and it was causing fans to kind of just step away and not watch wrestling either entirely or just kind of watch it here and there, watch clips. Obviously now we can watch clips anywhere because social media is a thing. 15-20 years ago, social media wasn't really a thing, so people, I think, would just completely distance themselves from wrestling. But now that there's social media, you can just watch clips and you don't even have to watch the shows. But today, in today's day and age, 2024, WWE is can't miss TV. Like, you got to watch WWE. There's just so many storylines, so many character arcs, so many things to look forward to. WWE has expanded themselves on the international market like never before. They're doing shows in Berlin, they're doing shows in Puerto Rico, 2023 Backlash. They're doing shows in Europe, just UK in general. They're expanding themselves and they're doing such a great job. Not only does the on-screen product show for this, but there's statistical numbers that I can actually show you that prove that WWE is doing this at a clip that has never been seen before. And you know what? How about we pull some of those statistical numbers, and then I'll kind of get into the on-screen product and how it has affected this new era in the WWE that is led by 2 people, Nick Khan and Triple H. Triple H obviously being the booker, person who books the shows. This man is at the helm of it all. He is the main reason that this WWE product is flourishing the way it actually is right now. And then obviously Nick Khan is more on like the business side of it. He helps with like going out to these markets, branching out to these markets that haven't been branched out to in years. He might also be part of the reason Raw is now officially on Netflix. WWE Raw can literally be watched across globally. Like everybody can watch Monday Night Raw. Obviously NXT and SmackDown, they're still on cable television. They can't really be watched globally.
Fuck that!
Clear, guys.
Fuck that!
I mean, I guess you can watch it globally to a certain extent. But Monday Night Raw can now be watched globally. So Nick Khan has done a great job, promoting the WWE and making sure that they're getting out there to those international markets, because that matters. It's not just the world just doesn't revolve around the US. Let's be quite honest. Let's get into the statistical natures of what the WWE has actually done here. Okay, here we go. So WWE SummerSlam 2024. This was a big event for the WWE. It's a part of the big four for the WWE in terms of like their pay-per-views. I guess there's a big five now because Money in the Bank. But for those of you who don't know, the big four pay-per-views of the year are the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and obviously the biggest pay-per-view of them all, WrestleMania. But here's the statistic for SummerSlam, right? So let's read this out, right? 57,791 fans attended the event at Cleveland Browns Stadium, setting a North American stadium record for the event. This was also the largest gate in WWE history outside of WrestleMania. This is huge. The fact that they're setting this record in 2024 is absolutely amazing. SummerSlam is one of the biggest events, and for the past couple of years they've actually been trying to hold them in stadiums. I believe ever since the pandemic came around, they've been trying to hold them in stadiums, football stadiums, baseball stadiums, whatever. I think it's only been football stadiums anyways, but yeah, they're definitely trying. And I'm gonna give you guys another statistical value. I actually have two more statistical things that I could provide for you guys, and then there's just so much statistical things I could point out to you guys that show that WWE is peaking at an all-time high, but it would just be too much to cover, so we'll just do two more. The next one right here is statistics for WrestleMania 40. Now, WrestleMania is obviously one of, oh my gosh, this just went all the way down. WrestleMania 40, or just WrestleMania in general, is literally the biggest professional wrestling show in the history of professional wrestling. And look at these numbers. Like, I mean, let's read this a little bit. Okay, based on NBC Universal's release touting, WrestleMania attracted 1.3 billion live minutes across both nights. We can use WrestleMania 40's combined runtime of 469 minutes to calculate that 2.7 million to 2.9 million Peacock accounts. Not to be confused with viewers, we're watching WrestleMania during an average minute on Saturday and Sunday night. Night 1 was up 26% from last year, and Night 2 was up 30% in average minute audience, according to NBCU. If we take the middle of those deltas, 28% that suggests WrestleMania 39 last year was watched by an average of 2.1 million to 2.3 million accounts. This is huge. Now that WrestleMania can be seen by so many more people, this is a huge jump. 2.1 to 2.3 to what, 2.7 to 2.9 this year. That is a huge jump. Another thing is, let's see, let's look down here. Look at this. So estimated tickets distributed, and look, WrestleMania in 2022, that was WrestleMania 38. That's 131,372. Then we jumped to WrestleMania 39 in 2023, 134,856. And then there's another jump in 2024, 139,304 for WrestleMania 40. Now look at this WrestleMania ticket sales revenue. 2022, 15.6 million for WrestleMania 38, 21.6 million for WrestleMania 39, and 38.5 million for WrestleMania 40. These are huge jumps. 22 to 23 to 24. This is almost a $20 million jump. And I believe, look at this. The all-time inflation-adjusted pro wrestling gate record is held by WrestleMania 32 in Arlington, Texas. WWE said at the time that event generated $17.3 million in 2016, which is worth $22 million in today's money. WrestleMania in 2019 in East Rutherford, New Jersey is number 2, which generated $16.9 million at the time, or $21 million in today's money. Taking inflation into account, Night 1 and Night 2 of this year's WrestleMania are number 3 and number 4 gates of all time. They're reiterating to WrestleMania 40 this year. Those are huge numbers. Now, the last statistical thing that I do want to point out is attendance. So let's look into it. Now, we can start over here, right? 2024, this past year, right? 10,700. Now, this might not seem like a huge number. Okay, this was the average attendance for this year for shows for the WWE, right? This is an average, right? They run, I don't even know how many shows they run in a year, but they run a lot between Raw, and I think this is only including Raw and SmackDown. It might include NXT, but I'm not sure. I think this is only including Raw and SmackDown because they're arena shows. But as you can see, the past years, 9,000, 7,000. I mean, you keep looking down, not big numbers, honestly. You keep looking down, look, 2014 all the way down to 05. I mean, look, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, even 5,000 at one point, which is absolutely insane to even think about. 4,000, 5,000, 7,000. Now, the Attitude Era was the hottest time, right? Look at this number, 10,000, 12,000, 11,000, and 10,000. Now, this was technically to me, 01, technically to me, was the end of the Attitude Era, to me, right? Okay, in those years, it seems about that they averaged 10.5 to 11K. That was the attendance for shows. And for the first time since 1998, no, sorry, for the first time since 2001, the WWE is finally at 10,000 average attendance for shows. That is massive, absolutely massive. So that just speaks to how much and how great the WWE is truly doing right now. This is unprecedented. So now that we've covered the statistical stuff, now let's get onto the on-screen stuff. The WWE on-screen for the last couple of years, they've done some phenomenal things. You know, people are able to cut better promos now. You know, they can use words like wrestler.
We're wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's just freaking wrestle.
There was a lot of words that used to be banned in WWE and they're not banned anymore. These wrestlers can actually use them now. So that is also why you can cut better promos and tell better stories, because you're able to use certain words now. Another thing that has helped the WWE is the help of returning stars. Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE in 2022 at WrestleMania 38 was one of the biggest things that WWE could have ever asked for. He has turned into an absolute mega babyface. He is currently right now, along with Roman Reigns, the two faces of the company. Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns this year. He finished the story at WrestleMania 40, and in such a phenomenal match, had Undertaker, John Cena, just to name a few people, and The Rock return to that match to just be, you know, be in the presence of that match and deliver something special.
And chills.
CM Punk is another name. CM Punk has returned to WWE for the first time in 10 years, and I think he has done a phenomenal job as well. He was in feuds this past year with Drew McIntyre, and now he's currently in a feud with Seth Rollins. They're doing great. I think the feuds the last couple of years in WWE have been absolutely phenomenal. And one of the other things, probably the biggest thing that has helped the WWE in the last 4 to 5 years, is Roman Reigns. And when I say Roman Reigns held the WWE Championship for well over 1,200 days and established himself as the top guy from the pandemic and coming out of it. He helped WWE reach these peaks that we have never seen before, or we haven't seen since the Attitude Era. The social media numbers, we've never seen that before, right? Attendance, we've seen it before, but now he's bringing it back to what it really is. And it's not just Roman Reigns, it is Cody Rhodes, it is CM Punk, it is Drew McIntyre, it is Seth Rollins. I can go ahead and name all of these names. Even Jey Uso. Jey Uso is a product of what Roman Reigns has done. Jey Uso was a part of the Bloodline storyline with Roman Reigns. The Bloodline storyline is one of the greatest storylines that the WWE has ever told. There were so many layers to this storyline. I can get in depth into it, but to be quite honest, if I were to do that, this would turn into a 1-hour video. But for the last 4 to 5 years, the Bloodline storyline has delivered a storyline that we have never seen before. It is absolutely amazing. It's like soap opera, right? It's like watching your favorite TV show, just seeing everything unfold, the layers that have come into the story. And it has set forth what the WWE looks like today, which is great storytelling, along with amazing matches, and obviously the promos, phenomenal. So when you combine all of that together, you know, you got statistical value, you got promos, you got in-ring work, you got storylines. Well, you've set yourself up with a recipe for success for you to get more viewership and more people to be connected and watch the WWE as a whole. But for the new people that have just tuned in and watched Monday Night Raw on Netflix last Monday night, you guys are seeing a WWE that you've never seen before, one that you're probably not familiar with. And I think this is the greatest time to be a fan, because there's so much things to look forward to now in the year of 2025. Let's hope The Rock is able to stick around for 2025. We have John Cena, one of the biggest stars that the WWE has ever seen, and honestly the person who really for 10 years was the face of the company, something we had never seen before. He's back. He's doing his retirement tour. Well, it is going to be very sad. I do think this is going to be a great year for Cena fans. We're going to get to see something that we're accustomed to seeing, and that's him being Super Cena and, you know, kind of just doing his shtick, doing his thing. But with all of that being said, I mean, there's only one other person to talk about, and I talked about him earlier in this video, and that is Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This man, you know him from his work in the Attitude Era, being this nasty heel. You know him from Evolution, but nowadays he is known as the COO of the company. He is also the man in charge at the helm of the creative process. Now, I don't want to give all the credit to him, because obviously he has producers with him, but he is a big part in why the WWE's on-screen product is flourishing so well. This man, gotta give him his flowers. He's doing such a great job. Obviously he has his flaws, who doesn't? But he is doing a great job in putting out a product that people actually want to see. And the last man I do want to thank is Nick Khan. Nick Khan was hired by Vince McMahon several years ago, probably 6-7 years ago, and was kind of hired as a right-hand man, I guess, to Vince McMahon. But now he has turned into this man, and I think a lot of people feared Nick Khan when he came into the WWE. People thought that he was going to destroy the WWE. But if anything, he has made the WWE bigger than it has ever been. I just want to thank Nick Khan for everything that he's done. But like I said, this is the best time to get into WWE. And if you haven't watched in 10, 15, 20 years, or you've never watched, tune in to Monday Night Raw, tune in to SmackDown, tune in to NXT. NXT is the next development of future stars, and they're doing such a great job down there. Shawn Michaels is running the show down there, and SmackDown is just as great of a show as Raw. Everything is flourishing. PLEs are flourishing. We're getting record numbers of attendance, record numbers of gates, ticket sales, all of that stuff. And I think this is just the greatest time to be not only a WWE fan, but a pro wrestling fan. And I welcome you all who are starting this journey now. Enjoy it with us fans who have been around for a while, and I hope you guys stick around, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Just like The Rock said, enjoy the ride that I'm taking you on.
And enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking him on.
Enjoy the ride that the WWE is taking you on. And with that being said, thank you guys for tuning into this video. I'm going to try to get another video out this week. And like I said earlier in the video, make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and make sure to subscribe. Also click that bell and post notifications. And go ahead, join the Discord. With that being said, I will catch you guys later. Peace.